The update this morning is that vigorous eruption of lava continues from Fissure 8 in the lower East Rift Zone, with a lava flow continuing toward the ocean in Vacation Land and Kapoho Beach Lot area. As of 7:30 a.m. this morning, the lava flow front was 430 yards from the ocean and advancing, although slowed rate compared with yesterday. The residents have all been ordered to evacuate this area, and anyone who is left there is likely trapped as the roads are cut off. The earthquake activity down in the lower East Rift around Leilani area is very low, and we think that essentially the conduit is open, the lava is flowing freely, and doesn't need to break the rock and make earthquakes down there much anymore.
Just in regard to the Fissure 8 flow, if you had a rate number, you said it was slower than yesterday, if you could please share that, and then also just explain what happened at Green Lake and the status there, please.
So the lava flows, you should know that the rate of flows can change a lot depending on a number of factors, the slope of the land being one, the amount of material being pushed out from the fissure itself being another. Now, one of the rates we had measured yesterday, I believe, was around, at its peak at least, around 250 feet an hour. But just the caveat being this can change a lot, and it doesn't reflect necessarily currently what's going on. But given that its proximity to the ocean, being less than 500 feet from the ocean as it is, I think it's rather reasonable to think that it might reach there today. I don't know how many hours, but it's certainly close. Your other question was about Green Lake. The observation was that the lava came around near the Four Corners intersection and curved and went into the Kapoho Cone area and then into Green Lake, being the lowest topography in the area. And subsequently, a large steam plume was observed. And from around 10 a.m. until we know it was gone for sure by 1:30 p.m. It may have ceased earlier than that. But and the inference from that is that it was vaporizing the water in the lake. And the observation after was that lava had filled that. So we think that that's what happened, that the lava came in and filled in the lake and made the water all evaporate. So it's quite remarkable to see this, and we're still going to look at our data and try to study it and understand it more.
Just to clarify on the Green Lake, you're saying lava filled in. That's several. How deep is that lake? And by filled in, you literally mean lava is all the way up to the level of where the water once stood.
Well, as you might imagine, it's not safe to get close to that right now. So we don't know for sure how much of that was filled, but we know at least a portion of it was. And yeah, the lake is known to be deep. I think there's some question about what the depth is, but it's known to be a deep lake. So I don't have that information handy right now, but given the high flow rates and high volumes of lava we're seeing coming out of this fissure, it stands to reason that it could fill a volume that size.
Thanks. So I'm wondering what distinguishes this event from the eruption in Pu'u'o, and is this an extension of that, or could this at some point be considered its own eruption, like Pu'u'o?
Hi, Brian, USGS again. The Pu'u'o eruption was unique in a number of ways, being long-lived, 35 years in one place. Now, as has been discussed previously on these calls, the chemistry of the lavas being erupted in the lower east rift zone now, their character similar to the Pu'u'o lavas. That's one of the reasons why the lava is so fluid and so gas-rich and moving so fast, is that it's young, fresh lava, which presumably was at Pu'u'o before. It is its own eruption. We, for example, the 61G flow that was at Pu'u'o is done, and we haven't come up with the nomenclature for sure, haven't settled on it yet for the new lava flows, but it's distinct from the Pu'u'o flows. We're not considering it the same eruption. Whether the eruption at Pu'u'o will ever pick back up again or start again is an open question. We don't know. We're monitoring the Middle East Rift where Pu'u'o is closely, and so far there's no notable activity there.
There's pictures now of Fissure 9 where Fissure 9 has cracks that are twice as large as they were before, and heavy steam is coming out of them. What are the SO2 readings coming from Fissure 9, and have you checked on Fissure 10, Fissure 11, and maybe the SO2 levels of the cracks on Highway 130? Because we progressively see the fissure activity slowly moving up rifts. I guess that's it.
Yes, that's correct. So as of this time, the eruption continues at Fissure 8, and at Fissure 9 there is steaming. And as you know, the steaming can be a precursor to an eruption happening at a fissure. So we have our eyes on Fissure 9 for sure. There are ground crews in the area measuring things such as temperature and SO2, crack propagation and changes there. I don't have any current numbers on that. We're checking at the moment. So in a moment, another minute or two, I may have some numbers for you. But the bottom line is yes, you might expect this to be the next area. So we're watching it closely.